Run View Results. We've already seen how easy it is to run a quick QA check. Now let's have a look at a more comprehensive QA analysis. To run a full QA analysis, open the QA Checks menu found above the Quick taskbar. Click on Run QA View QA Results to open the QA Analysis menu. Here you can customize your QA analysis to be as detailed as necessary. Begin by choosing which two languages should be compared. Of course, the source language is set, but you are able to choose which of the available target project languages you want to focus on from the drop-down menu. It is recommended that you run QA checks on only the languages for which you are responsible. Next, you need to pick the QA profile. We will discuss this more in a minute, but here you can choose from the available profiles, which will determine what QA checks are run. You then have several other options to enable or disable, including changes to statuses and/or bookmarks, as well as exclusion options for certain types of segments. To enable or disable these options, simply check or uncheck the corresponding boxes. Under Display mode, you can choose how the results are presented in the editor. The Classic mode will show the QA errors in the same manner as shown in the Quick QA check. The Issue Resolver mode is slightly different, and we will look at this in a later video. Let's take a closer look at the QA profiles by clicking on the Settings icon. This will open a list of all the possible QA checks. Items with a green indication are enabled and with red are disabled. To enable or disable any of the options, simply click on the indicator to toggle its setting. If you click directly on the name of a QA rule, the Rule Settings page will open where you can customize the option further. Here you can change the severity of the rule, the format settings, and the status change settings. Any changes you make to these rules or to the profile will not be automatically saved. You can, however, create QA profiles that run specific checks and can be used over and over again. To do this, return to the main QA menu and click on the Copy icon next to the Settings cog. The system will ask you to confirm this action before it will duplicate the QA profile. To customize this new profile, once again click on the Settings icon and return to the QA Profile Manager menu. Let's say, for example, we want to only check for spelling and consistency issues when using this new profile. We need to disable each individual rule except for the two we want to be checked. Once we have set which rules are to be checked, we need to further customize how this will be done. Under Rule Status, we must first determine if the result should be marked as information, a warning, or as an error. Changing the severity of the rule status will also change the indication symbol used in the editor. Information is indicated with a lowercase I, a warning with a caution symbol, and an error is marked with a red X. The next section for customizations is Options. These differ from rule to rule, but offer additional context for the QA checks. In the last section, you can define how the issues will be flagged in the editor in addition to the QA indicators. More specifically, you can choose if the statuses or bookmarks will be changed. If needed, we can repeat this process for the second issue we would like to use in this profile. Once we've completed the customization process, it's time to name and save the QA profile. To name our new profile, simply click on the pencil icon at the top of the Profile Manager and enter the desired title. Click Save Profile and you will then be asked if you would like to save it for only this session or permanently. Saving it for the session will allow you to use it up until the next time you close the editor. Saving it permanently will allow you access to it until it is deleted by you. We are then returned to the QA menu where we can run our new profile. Once the QA check is finished running, we will be shown the QA report. Here we see a brief overview of all the errors, warnings, and information hits that were found during the check. We can use the drop-down menu to filter the results according to their level of severity. Had we searched for more issues with the same level of severity, the results would be distinguishable because the system also labels the issues in this drop-down menu with their category. To see the segments with QA issues in the editor, you can either click on the segment number found above the QA issue itself, or click on the filter icon to filter the segment view to show just those segments with QA issues. Once the filter is in place, you will only see segments that have been flagged by the QA check. Clicking on the QA issue icon within a segment will give you more information about that particular issue. To clear the filtration and return to seeing all segments, simply click on the X in the Power search bar. You can now go through each of the marked segments and correct or edit the issues that have been marked. Once you are satisfied, you can change the status to green, meaning OK. It is recommended that once you have fixed the issues that have been flagged, that you rerun the same QA check as to not accidentally miss something.